City, North Platte, Brigham's Tap Room has a brand new menu you do not want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams. The Huskers, the North Platte Bulldogs, and the St. Pat's Irish on their big screens. Pair the excitement with our amazing drinks, and you've got the ultimate game day experience. Don't forget to enjoy axe throwing with your friends. Brigham's Tap Room, where great food, great drinks, and great times come together. Brigham's Tap Room, 1100 South Jefferson Street, North Platte.
Test, test, test. 1, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test.
Sports presentation. North Platte Community College Night Athletics on FM 98.1 and AM 1410 are brought to you by Another Round Sports Bar and Grill at River's Edge Golf Course, Premier Toyota, Let's Go Places, Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy and Athletic Enhancement, Smokin' Double D's at Butch's in Hershey, The Gathering Spot, and the Justin Thompson Agency, American Family Insurance.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one rocketed into right field, back at the wall. That one's a grand slam. Amaya Blake Cosper has done it. That's a grand salami.
Today's game also brought to you in part by the D&N Event Center, Mid-Plains Community College, Runza, Great Plains Foot and Ankle, Farm Bureau Financial, Larry's Glass, Dave's Place, Puro Clean, Bill Summers Ford Honda Lincoln Nissan, Great Plains Health, Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy, Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment.
Rubel will deliver in. Grace will rock that one. It gets out of the glove of Katie Taylor, so another run will come home.
And Shelter Insurance, Pete Valls and Brent Rogo. Watch today's game live at NorthPlattePost.com. Brought to you by WB's Fun Center and Brigham's. Here's the voice of the Knights, Paxton Gordon.
Welcome in, everybody. Here, Southeast Community College is where I am at. Outside in the, wow, beautiful day. Is it summertime already? I can't believe it. It doesn't feel like summertime, but that is where we sit. First round of the Region 9 playoffs. North Platte Community College and the Knights taking on Central Community College and the Raiders in the opening round of the Region 9 postseason tournament. This season for North Platte Community College, 7-21. They're on a 2-game winning streak compared to Central Community College and the Raiders, who are 18-26 overall. 4-4 in the district for the side of Central, 0-8 in the district for North Platte Community College. And the Knights, is both teams looking to vie for a victory, because the winner will be taking on Southeast Community College later today for a chance at the championship bye. So if they win one game, the Knights do, and then they beat Southeast in the next game, then they will get an automatic bid to the championship match. Well, then they'll face the winner of that, again, in air quotes, Central Southeast match. If the Knights lose, they'll be playing the 12 o'clock game tomorrow versus the loser of the game after this one. Of course, our Quick Stop pregame show, 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop, always open right around the corner. It's been a fun year so far, of course, in the return of North Platte Community College softball. Of course, if you remember, last year didn't have a team for the college, and this year they come back trying to vie their way in. And it was, of course, it was a rocky season in terms of an overall record-wise, but you could clearly see as time went on, the team just kept getting better and better and better. Of course, you can look at how they finished the season with 2 victories over Fort Hays Tech Northwest, and now are here potentially looking to continue their winning ways against a team that unfortunately has had the upper hand versus North Platte Community College this season, and that being Central Community College. They are 4-0 against North Platte Community College this season, but that's why we do the playoffs, because things can change when it comes to playoff time, so we'll have to check and see how things will change, and maybe they change for the better. Quick Stop pregame show, 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop, always open right around the corner. When we come back, get you into our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineup as well as other things right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
Always open right around the corner, quick stop. With your 24-hour convenience store, fast, friendly, no one gets you more. Gas, food, your favorite drink, get everything you need in a blink. That's why everybody stops at Quick Stop. We're always open right around the corner, Quick Stop.
Buying a car is not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. A quarter of a century. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in the North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. See Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com, just south of I-80, North Platte.
Spring is here. The sun is shining, flowers are blooming, and every time the wind blows, you feel it inside. And that foggy glass? No, that's not morning dew. It's a sign it's time for an upgrade. Good news. Larry's Glass in North Platte, a locally and veteran-owned business, has the expertise to upgrade those old windows with crystal clear views and energy efficiency to keep your home comfortable all year round. Enjoy spring without the indoor breeze. Call Larry's Glass today or stop by 211 West 5th in North Platte, where quality meets clarity.
North Platte and beyond, your home just got safer and more comfortable. Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment has what you need, from wheelchairs to lift chairs, mobility scooters, and more. Conveniently located at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right next to Great Plains Urgent Care. Their expert team is ready to help you move with ease. Call 308-568-8510 today and take the first step toward comfort, independence, and a better quality of life.
North Platte Community College Sports on FM 98.1 and AM 1410 KOOQ AM North Platte. Enjoy a great home-cooked breakfast from Merrick's Ranch House, Tuesday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Dine in, order online at merricksnp.com, use DoorDash, or call 532-8200 for carryout.
Get ready for the ultimate fun day out. Start at Brigham's Tap Room with a brand new menu you won't want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams on our big screens. Pair the excitement with amazing drinks, and you've got the ultimate game day experience at Brigham's Tap Room. And when you're ready for more fun, head over to Wild Bill's Fun Center. Dive into our action-packed arcade, knock down pins in our bowling alley, and gear up for an epic laser tag battle. There's something for everyone at Wild Bill's, where the fun never stops.
Starting something new can be challenging. At Mid-Plains Community College, we see what it takes to build your dreams, and through our educational instruction, make them a reality. Whether you are learning a new skill that can take your professional career to the next level, or you're looking to change your life through our educational offerings, you can build a successful future. Enroll today and begin transforming your future at npcc.edu. That's npcc.edu.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, here to opening round of the Region 9 postseason tournament. North Platte Community College and the Knights taking on Central Community College. And the Raiders, Knights 7-21 on the season compared to the 18-26 of one Central Community College and the Knights. Our quick stop pregame show is now done. 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick stop, always open right around the corner. Let's jump into our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineup. Double Dips Ice Creamery in the historic Canteen District in North Platte offers 24 plus different flavors, hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of ways. Double Dips also offers homemade waffle cones and bowls alongside homemade fudge and freshly baked dessert. Start on the side, Central Community College, and the Raiders. Delaney Reed gets to start at second base, leading off for the Raiders. Jordan Trotta at second. Then Cami Kasky in center field. Ava Steinke at first base. Danica Taylor catching. Hannah Dalkey in left field. Braylon Sindelar, the designated hitter today, with Claire Kreutzer in the right field, with Haley Johnson at third base, and Shayla Sullivan for the Raiders, as here comes North Platte Community College for the opening inning of play against one Shayla Sullivan. That one is going to be in there for strike number one for the side of Sullivan. Next pitch, off speed, that's in there for strike two. A quick 0-2 count. As here comes the next pitch from Shayla Sullivan. Swing and a miss. Down goes Elise Moreno for out number one of this game. As up now to bat following the strikeout of Elise Moreno. Victoria Arlano for the side of North Platte Community College. This season for Victoria Arlano, will see the first pitch in from Sullivan for strike number one. One of the better hitters for the Knights, not only from a contact perspective, but also with the power. There's that next pitch in there. That's now 5 straight pitches from Shayla Sullivan that are in the zone for strikes. .333 battering average for Victoria, is currently an 0-2 count. As that next off speed from Sullivan's outside, ball number one. First ball of this at-bat, 2 up. Heaven Hutchinson with Sarah Perez in the hole for North Platte Community College. As Sullivan gets a sign in from Danica Taylor and her 1-2 pitch. That's high upstairs for ball 2. So 2-2 the count with 1 out in this opening inning of play for the Knights offense.
No, you can, kid. No, you can. Play smart, be smart.
As the 2-2. Grounded foul down the third base side for the another 2-2 attempt. As so far for Shayla Sullivan, 8 total pitches, 6 strikes, 2 balls for Sullivan this season. 7.98 ERA for Shayla Sullivan. Best statistical pitcher for Central is that one going into left field for a base hit. Victoria Arellano gets on with the hit. First today for the Knights, and we have a runner at first base, with now up to bat being Heaven Hutchinson for North Platte Community College. This season for the freshman Hutchinson, .352 batting average with 7 doubles, 1 home run, and 17 RBIs, which is tied on the team for most this season, as she'll see a first pitch from Shayla Sullivan for strike number one. Runner at first base, Victoria Arellano for the Knights. Sarah Perez on deck with Ren Herrick in the hole for the Knights. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. Off speed, bounced on. Good glove by the third baseman, Haley Johnson, but the throw to first will not be in time, as that's an infield single yet again for the Knights. Off to a hot start in this game number one for North Platte Community College. Arellano at second, Hutchinson at first. Sarah Perez now up to bat, probably the Knights' scariest power hitter. 3 home runs this year the sophomore does have. Shayla Sullivan's first pitch outside for ball number one to Sarah Perez. Ren Herrick on deck with Bianca Tyen in the hole. 11 total pitches by Sullivan. 9 strikes, 2 balls, but there are 2 runners on for the Knights, 1 in scoring position at second base. 1-0. Fouled off the bat of Sarah Perez for strike number 1. Still one out here in this top of the first inning. Nothing to score. Again, the winner will be taking on Southeast Community College in the next game, while the loser will be playing at noon tomorrow. Sullivan's 1-1. Off-speed, hard foul down to the Knights dugout for strike number 2. 1-2 the count now. As it's a 1-2 count to today's pitcher, Sarah Perez. Runners in scoring position for the Knights at second. Hutchinson at first. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Shayla Sullivan. That's low. Almost into the dirt. There's ball 2. 2-2 the count now. As time is called. And now we're ready to rock back and rolls. Perez back into the batter's box. Sullivan into the circle. Here comes the 2-2. Outside for ball 3. It's now a 3-2 count with 2 runners on for the Knights in this top of the first inning. Arellano at second with Hutchinson at first. A great opportunity for the Knights to get things going early on. 3-2 is fouled off by Sarah Perez to keep this at-bat alive. Again, 3 home runs this season for Perez, so one of the scariest hitters on this Knights roster with runners on the base pads. As Sullivan gets a sign from Taylor, and that is outside for ball 4, and that's a walk to load the bases now for Ren Herrick to appear. Herrick, 288 batting average, only 9 RBIs, but does have 5 doubles and a home run as well. Bianca Tyan on deck with Sophia Foster in the hole for this Knights offense. Bases loaded for the Knights. As here comes the first pitch into Ren Herrick, as she fouls that off for strike number 1. Arellano at third, Hutchinson at second, Perez at first for the Knights. As Sullivan, after a pretty good start against Elise Moreno, now struggling with the bases loaded for Knights offense in the top of the first inning. Swing and a miss by Ren Herrick for strike number 2. It's an 0-2 count to the right fielder. Again, 1 out, top of the first. Bases loaded for North Platte Community College and the Knights here in the opening round of the Region 9 playoffs. As Sullivan gets the sign. Now we'll fire into Taylor. Swing and a miss as down goes Ren Herrick swinging. Second strikeout for Shayla Sullivan. As now up to bat, Bianca Tyan for the Knights. Huge opportunity for the second baseman to not only start her postseason out strong, but bring some runs home. Sophia Foster on deck with Callie Clemens in the hole. First pitch from Sullivan is below the knees for ball number 1 to Tyan. Again, bases loaded, 2 outs here in this top of the first inning. Shayla Sullivan now with her 1-0 pitch in there. Strike number 1. It's 1-1 with the bases loaded. Arellano at third, Hutchinson at second, Sarah Perez at first with Sophia Foster up next after Bianca Tynes. The 1-1 pitch. That one going to go into out of the glove of the shortstop, and that's a run going to be scored. Oh, it might be some trouble. Hutchinson at third is safe, and that is going to be a mistake for the side of the Raiders. As Jordan Trotta dropped a sure thing out at short, and because of that, a run does come across. For now, Sophia Foster to come up to bat. And taking over for Sheena Smith, who, of course, got injured earlier this season. And don't be thinking we'd see Smith for the rest of the way. As here comes the Pitch into Sophia Foster, and it's down low for
Good job, kid.
now a 1-1 count. Callie Clemens up next with the Fia Hunt in the hole. 1-0 lead for North Platte Community College here in this opening inning. One run coming across following the Jordan Trotta error as the next pitch in there for strike number 2. It's a 1-2 count to the first baseman, Sophia Foster. Bases still loaded. Hutchinson at third, Perez at second, tying at first for the Knights, up 1-0. As Shayla Sullivan has a timing violation on the side of Central. So now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes as that goes against pitcher Shayla Sullivan. 2-2. In there, strike 3. Down goes Sophia Foster looking. And that's how this inning does come to an end. Not before one run did come across for North Platte Community College. And the Knights, they lead 1-0. We come back to the bottom of the first inning here. FM 98.1, AM 1410. A video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
Runza's Barbecue Bacon Swiss Burger is for barbecue lovers.
I respect barbecue.
That's great, Carl.
No, you don't understand. The balance of sweet and smoky barbecue sauce, the crispiness of the bacon, the way Swiss cheese just melts over everything. It's an art form.
So you approve?
I'm having a moment here.
Try the Barbecue Bacon Swiss Burger at Runza, because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Hi, this is Dr. Chris Kroll. At Kroll Clinic, we specialize in all areas of rehab, from daily aches and pains to sports injuries, motor vehicle accidents, or post-surgical care. We're the area's premier facility for concussion recovery. Visit us at KrullClinic.com, that's KRULL Clinic.com, or come visit us at Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte. We are committed to getting you back in the game of life without those annoying facility fees.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back to the opening round of the Region 9 playoffs. North Platte Community College and the Knights taking on Central Community College and the Raiders, with the winner taking on Southeast Community College later today. As half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Sweet Beat, as well as Premier Toyota. At Premier Toyota, you'll find a friendly and easy-to-work with staff to help you find the perfect car for you. Whether you're looking for something new or pre-owned, Premier Toyota has a wide selection of vehicles for you to choose from, as well as another round bar and grill where fun meets fine dining. On the side of the Knights on a pitching perspective this season for Sarah Perez, 6.67 ERA in her 21 innings of play, has 7 strikeouts, is 1-1 on the season with 2 complete games. As the first pitch, then she fires into Delaney Reeg, be outside for ball number 1, but the second bounces back into the zone for strike 1. It's 1-1 the count now to, of course, Reeg, who this season for the Raiders, from an offensive perspective, has been pretty good. 380 batting average, 14 RBIs, 3 doubles, and then a triple as well. It's a 1-2 count from Perez to Delaney Reeg, and it's down in the dirt for ball number 2. It's 2-2 the count now. Again, 1-0 on our wicked fast scoreboard in favor of North Platte Community College and the Knights over the Raiders Central. Perez gets the sign from Hutchinson. 2-2. Off speed is off the mark. Very tight inside. It's ball 3, 3-2 now to Delaney Reeg. Jordan Trotta on deck with Cammie Kasky in the hole for Central Community College. Perez's 3-2 pitch. That one popped up, going in towards shallow center field. Up and underneath it gets Sophia Hunt, and she gets there and grabs it for the first out of this inning. That's good battle from Perez to not only execute that last pitch to force an out, but also to stop this very dangerous opening frame of hitting for Central, with Jordan Trotta now up to bat. This season for Trotta, .353 batting average. To go along with her 12 doubles, 3 triples, 5 home runs, and 32 RBIs as the first pitch that she sees is in there for strike number 1 from Sarah Perez. But that fastball is just a smidge outside. 1-1 now the count. 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Knights leading 1-0 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. As Perez now her next pitch. Fouled off from Trotta for strike number 2. It's 1-2 the count. Nobody on, 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Cami Caskey on deck with Ava Steinke in the hole for Central. Central, the 2nd seed in the Region 9. Knights 3rd seed. Knights 0-8 in the conference. 4-4 for Central. Here comes the 1-2 pitches. That's down low for ball 2. 2-2 the count. 1 out here. As Sarah Perez gets the wind up. 2-2. Make that ball 3 as unfortunately it's too low in the dirt. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Jordan Trotta. As Perez now will get the side from Hutchinson. 3-2 pitch. Foul tipped off by Trotta for another ball, so another strike. So we'll stay here at 3-2. Nobody on and 1 out. The windup with this 3-2 from Perez. Oh, it's way down in the dirt for ball 4, and on over to first goes Jordan Trotta. For now being Cami Caskey up to bat. Caskey this season leads the team in batting average, 300 for the Raiders. 11 doubles, which is 2nd on the team. Tied for the most home runs with 5, and then is 3rd on the team in RBIs with 31. So this top frame for the Raiders very strong offensively as Perez's first pitch into Caskey as they pull back, and there goes Trotta on over to second. Great throw from Heaven Hutchinson. Oh, but she's safe as Arellano unfortunately did not apply the tag. And Trotta just barely makes it to second. Great throw from Heaven Hutchinson. But Arellano just could not apply the tag as Trotta did a great job of avoiding it. And now there's a runner in scoring position at second. And an 0-1 count for Cami Caskey. That pitch is up high. And there's ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. Ava Steinke on deck with catcher Danica Taylor in the hole for the Raiders. As Perez will get the sign, and here comes her 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Caskey. The pitch was very low, but got Caskey swinging, and with that, it's now a 1-2 count to Cami Caskey. As Perez, looking for her first strikeout, delivers. Oh, that one's way off the mark and low for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Again, Trotta in scoring position at second base for the Raiders. As the Knights hold on to a 1-0 lead early on in this ball game. As Perez with her 2-2 windup. That one is hard hit foul out of play, so we'll still stay at a 2-2 count. Again, winner faces Southeast Community College immediately after this game for a chance at an automatic bid to the championship match. Again, the last year of North Platte as a D2 school before they move up to D1. Perez, again, 2-2 delivers. Foul tipped off once again. That's the second straight foul ball. As just like a couple of pitches ago, was very, very low, but Caskey lucky enough just to get a little bit of the bat on it. So we're still at 2-2 as Sarah Perez delivers. That one hard grounded on over to Arellano. It's out of her glove. Can she throw it to the first in time? No, she cannot, as unfortunately Cami Caskey gets on to first. And now there's runners at the corners with one out for Ava Steinke, who now will appear. 366 batting average, leads the team in RBIs with 36. 7 doubles, does have a runner in scoring position, being Jordan Trotta at third. First pitch in is way upstairs and outside, is on over to second with a steal. Now goes Cami Kasky. So now there's 2 runners in scoring position for Steinke, a 1-0 count. Kasky at second, Trotta at third. The 1-0. That one lopped shortly into right field. Ren Herrick gets under it. She gloves it. Tagging up is Trotta. Great throw from Herrick. Oh, and they're going to say that safe at home is Jordan Trotta. As Herrick gets the out in right field, but scoring from third, Jordan Trotta. So now with 2 outs, it's a 1-1 game with Danica Taylor up to bat. She's also in a position to bring a run home with Cami Kasky at third. 1-1 ball game here in this bottom of the first inning, as that one's popped up to shallow infield, and there's Victoria Arlano to get it, and that is how this inning comes to an end, not before one run did come across on 1 hit. We now are going to go to the top of the second inning, and Knights currently tied with Central 1-1 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. When we come back, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream at NorthPlatte.Post.com.
Looking for midweek fun? River's Edge Golf Club has you covered. Wednesday, test your knowledge at Trivia Night, kicking off at 7 p.m. Gather your team and show off those brainy skills. Thursday, it's Burger Night. Buy one delicious, juicy burger and get the second half off. Now that's a deal worth swinging for. And with the weather warming up, it's the perfect time to hit the greens. Call now to book your tee time. River's Edge Golf Club, where good times and great golf meet.
Whether you're a weekend warrior, youth, or professional athlete, the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team has you covered. The team includes orthopedic surgeons, athletic trainers, and other healthcare specialists who spend their time at local high school and college sporting events, ensuring that athletes stay as injury-free as possible. In the event of an injury, the team remains committed to returning athletes to competition as quickly and safely as possible.
Contact the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team by calling 308-568-7456.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back to the opening round of the Region 9 postseason. FM 98.1, AM 1410, video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream, NorthPlattePost.com. Callie Clemens up to bat for the night with Afia Hunt on deck, and then Elise Marino in the hole for North Platte Community College. Half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Sweet Pea. First pitch from the side of Shayla Sullivan is high and away for ball number 1 to Callie Clemens, who this season for the Knights batting 171 is the next pitch. Another one from Sullivan is outside. It's ball 2. We're tied 1-1. Our Wicked Fast scoreboard. If you download the My Phillips 66 app yet, if not, you're missing out on so much savings with Wicked Fast. Sullivan's 2-0 pitch. That one grounded on over to second. Delaney Reed has it bounce out of her glove. Throw to first, not in time. Another mistake for the infield of the Raiders. And just like that, getting on with an error. Callie Clemens for Afia Hunt to appear for the Knights this season. .325 batting average with 9 RBIs and 2 doubles. First pitch CC's in will be there for strike number 1 from Shayla Sullivan. Elise Moreno on deck. Victoria Arellano on in the hole for the Knights. Sullivan 32 pitches already in this ball game. Will take the glance to the dugout and now deliver her 0-1. That's high and outside for ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. to Afia Hunt. As Sullivan get the sign and get ready to fire it in. Danica Taylor. 1-1 pitch. In there for strike number 2. 1-2 now. The count to Afia Hunt, the center fielder for the Knights. Elise Moreno on deck for North Platte Community College. As Sullivan now with her 1-2 pitch. In there, strike 3 as down goes Afia Hunt looking. And with that, first out of this inning, Clemens still on over at first for Elise Moreno, who struck out swinging in her first plate appearance for the Knights. Only took 3 pitches from Shayla Sullivan to get Moreno down. Now has a runner at first base as she swings and misses for strike number 1 on a pitch in the dirt. A lot of these girls getting their first postseason play. Moreno again, .429 batting average. 4th on the team in RBIs with 12, 2 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. As Sullivan's 0-1 pitch to Moreno. Foul tipped off. Is it staying? Oh, the home plate umpire calls for a foul. And with that, it's an 0-2 count to the third baseman Moreno, with 1 runner on being Callie Clemens at first base. 1-1 ball game here in the top of the second inning. The 0-2 pitch. That one hard grounded on over to Reed. At second, throw to first to get to easy out. That'll advance Clemens on over to second base for Victoria Arellano. Once again, she singled into left field in her first plate appearance for the Knights. Has a runner in scoring position, being Callie Clemens at second. Heaven Hutchinson on deck. Sarah Perez in the hole for the Knights. Is Sullivan trying to get out of this inning without giving up a run. And she'll fire her first pitch in. That off speed is down low to Arellano, and it's 1-0 the count now. Clemens in scoring position at second for a hit to the outfield potentially. And Sullivan gets the sign. Here's her 40th pitch. Another one that's down low. 2 straight pitches that are in the dirt. It's 2-0 the count now. And the opening round of the Region 9 postseason. North Platte Community College, and they're 0-8 in the region. As Sullivan now will deliver her 2-0 pitch. That sneaks in for strike 1. 2-1 the count now. And the Knights have been very close against Central this season, and all 4 of their games have had opportunities to take advantage and come away with victories, just have been unable to execute enough. The 2-1 popped up, but it's going to drift foul for strike number 2 to Arellano. 2-2 the count with 2 outs in this top of the second inning. 1-1 is the game right here on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. Clemens at second, threatening to score. Sullivan with 2 outs now will get the sign she likes. Here comes her 2-2. That one hard grounded on over to short, gloved up by Trotta. Throw to first in time, and that is how this inning will come to an end. The Knights had an opportunity with Clemens at second, just couldn't execute enough, and with that, we're now going to the bottom of the second inning. 1-1 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. We come back. FM 98.1, AM 1410, video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See me, Shelter Agent Brent Rogo at 405 East C Street and find out why so many of our clients would recommend Shelter.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give Puro Clean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at Puro Clean in North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here, opening round of the Region 9 postseason FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream at NorthPlattePost.com. 1-1 the score. Our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as our other sponsors here for today's game. Justin Thompson Family Agency with American Family Insurance. With the ever-changing industry standards, they pride themselves on top-notch customer service no matter what type of insurance you're looking for. As well as Dr. Chris Kroll and his crew at Kroll Clinic. Now it's a 1-2 count to Hannah Dahlke after the foul off from Dahlke. Braylon Sindelar on deck. Claire Kreutzer in the hole for the Raiders as Sarah Perez gets set for her 27th pitch. Outside, there's ball number 2. It's 2-2 the count now to Dahlke. As the Knights trying to get out of this inning without giving up a run. They're tied 1-1 in this bottom of the second. Next pitch in, 2-2. Fouled off by Dahlke for yet again another 2-2 count. Again, the winner of this match will be facing Southeast Community College at the next game today. Loser will be playing at noon tomorrow. Here comes the 2-2 again. Off speed is way off the mark and upstairs. 3-2 now the count from Sarah Perez to Hannah Dahlke. With nobody on and nobody out in the bottom of the second. Perez now with her 30th pitch. Fouled off again by Dahlke. Will still stay at 3-2. Can Sarah Perez find her first strikeout of today's ball game? Get the first down to this bottom of the second. 3-2 pitch. Another one that swung on and fouled off. As the 4th foul ball of this at-bat for Dahlke. As again, with all smiles, Sarah Perez gets back into the pitching circle. Here comes another payoff 3-2 pitch. That one going into left field, but foul for the 5th foul ball in this at-bat. It's 5 foul balls, 3 straight from the bat of Dahlke. As another 3-2 pitch bound to be on its way. Perez, 32 pitches already. Here comes her 33rd. Popped up, drifting towards the Knights dugout. It falls into the Knights dugout for another foul ball. 4th foul ball of this at-bat. Excuse me, of this 4 in a row, 7th in this at-bat. And Sindelar on deck, Kreutzer in the hole for the Raiders, and they're bottom of the second. Perez, 3-2. That one going into left field, down in front of Callie Clemens for a base hit. As getting on is Hannah Dahlke, single into left. After that massive battle between her and Perez, it rounds up with Dahlke getting the upper hand, a single into left field, and now here comes Braylon Sindelar up to bat with Dahlke Dahlke on over at first, a potential steal threat. Raiders have successfully stolen 2 bases so far today against the Knights infield. As that pitch upstairs way outside, and now, oh man, there's a little bit of some hesitation from Dahlke. Probably would have been a perfect opportunity to have gone with how far Heaven Hutchinson had to reach out to get that softball, but it's 1-0 the count now with nobody out and a runner being Hannah Dahlke at first. The 1-0 pitch from Perez. bunt looked to be laid down, pulled back, going over to second is Hannah Dahlke. Goes into center field. Dahlke's now going to get up, make her way on over to third, and that is going to be as another runner in scoring position for the Raiders as Dahlke steals second, but then makes her way to third on the passed up ball. And now that means there's a runner scoring position for the Raiders with 2 balls into Braylon Sindelar. Dahlke just a few feet away at third. Perez with a 2-0 count delivers. Bunt, that's going to go foul for the first strike of this at-bat. I guess they're going to, more specifically, Sindelar going to try to bunt down the first base side to score Hannah Dahlke, and nobody out in this bottom of the second inning following Dahlke, Claire Kreutzer, and then Haley Johnson for the Raiders. Perez is 2-1. Another bunt being laid down, beautifully gloved up, throw home. Going to get away from Heaven Hutchinson, but reaching on the fielder's choice there is Braylon Sindelar, but well executed by the Knights to not have the runner on over at third being Dahlke come home. So now it's Claire Kreutzer up to bat with runners at the corners, nobody out. 2 runners on, Dahlke at third, Sindelar at first for Central, as Perez's first pitch into Kreutzer is laid down for another bunt, and in some trouble there, as now we're going to see an issue and maybe a pickle for the Raiders. Is the throw home not going to be tagged out? Dahlke is, and now it was still more of a pickle, and there's a tag as Dahlke goes down, so they'll get the out on over at third base to Hannah Dahlke as Claire Kreutzer reaches a fielder's choice. But a great awareness from the Knights defense to tag out Hannah Dahlke. So now Sindelar is at third with Dahlke on over at second. 1 out in this bottom of the second inning. 1-1 ball game for Haley Johnson, who's up to bat. Check swings, but that fastball is in the zone for strike number 1. Still 2 runners aboard. Kreutzer at second, Sindelar at third, threatening to score for the Raiders. After Johnson, back to the top of the order with Delaney Reeg and then Jordan Trotta. That one hard grounder on over to Arellano at third, thrown over to first is in time. And great play from the Knights interior defense once again. For now, Delaney Reeg, she flew out to a Fia Hunt in center field in her first plate appearance. Has 2 runners in scoring position still for the Raiders. At second and third, Perez's first pitch to Reeg. In there for strike number 1. 0-1 now the count. Jordan Trotta on deck with Cammie Caskey in the hole. Pretty scary time, though, for the Knights to see the top of the order from Central when runners are in scoring position. They've done a fantastic job all season long against the Knights in scoring runs as that pitch is high upstairs for ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. From Sarah Perez, 43 total pitches, 27 strikes, 16 balls for the pitcher Perez. As that is beautifully executed, finds the zone again against the second baseman, Delaney Reeg. 1-2 the count now. 2 runners on. Perez back into the circle she goes. Takes a deep, deep breath. Here comes the 1-2. Outside there for ball 2. I mean, man, teetering on the cusp of the zone. Coach Franzen and Coach Parsons not happy with that call. In their mind, it was in. So it's 2-2 now the count to Delaney Reeg as Perez fires. That's down low below the knees for ball 3 now. So it's 3-2 the count now. Still 2 runners on in the bottom of the second inning for the Raiders. Perez. It's a sign from Hutchinson. 3-2. Outside ball 4 is Reeg will trot on over to first. The bases are loaded now for Jordan Trotta. Walked in her last plate appearance for the Raiders. Now has the bases loaded with 2 outs in this inning. So here we go. Can Perez find the final out of this inning? First pitch into Trana. In there for strike number 1. Perez looking on top of it today. 10 more strikes than she's thrown balls early on in this ball game. Bottom of the second still. 2 outs, bases loaded for Central's offense. Perez with her 0-1. Way upstairs for ball 1 on a fastball. As Trotta had to move out the way to avoid getting hit. 1-1. As Perez likes the sign from Hutchinson. On its way, the pitch. Another one that's upstairs. 2-1 the count. Again, a walk would score a runner. With 2 outs in this inning. Sarah Perez now likes what she sees again. Here comes her 2-1. That one going out to right field. It's going to go all the way to the fence. This might clear the bases. They're bringing on home the runner, Delaney Rieg, and that is a bases clearing. Are we seeing in the park home run? No, we are not. But some more runs. So on over to right field with that big hit for the Raiders is now we move to the top of the third with the Knights. Seeing if they can find some offense. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Buying a car is not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. A quarter of a century. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in the North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. See Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com, just south of I-80, North Platte.
Hungry for real slow smoked barbecue? Smoking Double D's in Hershey has you covered. Locally owned and operated, they smoke their meats low and slow for mouth-watering flavor. Open Tuesday through Saturday, they're serving up barbecue favorites all day long. Craving something special? Don't miss chicken fried steak every Friday night and prime rib every Saturday. That's Smoking Double D's, where greatness happens overnight. And every bite is worth the wait.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the opening round of the Region 9 playoffs. North Platte Community College and the Knights trailing now Central Community College. And the Raiders here in this game number 1 in the top of the third inning.
Hey, step and then go.
4-1. As 3 runs came across on a bases clearing triple that then was thrown out at home trying to extend the play. Half inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. His location 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Quick 0-2 count now into Evan Hutchinson. So 0-2 now to Hutchinson, who singled in the left field in her first plate appearance against Shayla Sullivan. Sarah Perez on deck, Ren Herrick in the hole, 0-2. That grounded on over to third, gloved up by Haley Johnson. Throw to first will be in time, and down goes Evan Hutchinson with a ground out. To lead off, it's top of the third inning. Again, Sarah Perez now up to bat. Walked in her previous plate appearance versus Shayla Sullivan. Ren Herrick on deck with Bianca Tyen in the hole. 44 total pitches for Sullivan, 31 strikes, 13 balls. As Sullivan now with her first pitch. Popped up to shallow infield. Getting there and gloving it is Delaney Rieg at second, and there's a quick 2 down for the Knights in this top of the third inning. 2 up, 2 down for Ren Herrick, who struck out swinging last time for the Knights offense. Bianca Tyen on deck. Sophia Foster in the hole for the Knights. 4-1 lead for Central Community College is Sullivan's first pitch. That one going to go into a great diving glove from Jordan Trotta. Oh, it gets to first in time. What a great play by Trotta at shortstop. The Knights and Ren Herrick couldn't do anything about it. A quick 1, 2, 3, top of the third. We now move to the bottom of the third. North Platte Community College trailing Central 4-1 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. We come back here to the opening round of the Region 9 playoffs. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Every step should feel great, but if foot pain, bunions, heel spurs, or injuries are slowing you down, Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists is here to help. Their expert team of doctors provide top-notch care, from routine foot health to advanced treatments and surgery. Whether you're an athlete, always on the go, or just tired of aching feet, they'll get you back on your feet pain-free. Step into comfort. Call Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists today, or see them online at gpfootandankle.com.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here, opening round of the Region 9 playoffs on FM 98.1, AM 1410, video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream at NorthPlattePost.com. 4-1 lead. Oh, whoopsies, that's what I was going to say. I even had it the wrong way myself. 4-1 lead for Central Community College here in the bottom of the third inning. Half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. You can, of course, check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group at his location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as our other sponsors for today's game, Smokin' Double D's at Butch's in Hershey, locally owned and operated, where they smoke their own meats low and slow to bring you award-winning barbecue. As well as Hands of Heartland. Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998, and are bringing those services to the North Platte area. 1-1 pitch to Cammie Caskey now turns to a 1-2 after it somehow sneaks its way in. 4-1 lead for Central on our Wicked Fast scoreboard in the bottom of the third inning. Again, winner faces Southeast Community College later today. Loser goes to tomorrow's game at noon. That one late on going into right field. It stays fair, and that's a single for Cammie Caskey, her second single today. I mean, it just barely stayed fair along the right field's line. And that is the third hit today for the Raiders, with Ava Steinke, who flew out to Ren Herrick in right field in her first plate appearance. Danica Taylor on deck with Hannah Dahlke in the hole. As 55 pitches have already been thrown for Sarah Perez. Again, runner at first for Central, as that one's going to bounce off of Steinke's leg off the dirt. And that means now a runner gets aboard again. So Caskey's at second, Steinke's at first, nobody out for Danica Taylor. Taylor flew out to Arellano at short in her first plate appearance. Now has Caskey at second and Steinke at first. Wouldn't be shocked if we see potentially a double steal from the Raiders to move the base runners into scoring position. As that pitch first from Sarah Perez is there for strike number one. 0-1 the count. Into Danica Taylor, the catcher. Next pitch is high up. Dropping the ball there is Heaven Hutchinson, but it's 1-1 the count now. Two runners on, nobody out. Bottom of the third. As Perez now will get the sign from Hutchinson. 1-1. Popped up, drifting towards the Knights dugout, and it gets into the Knights dugout for strike two from Danica Taylor. Hannah Dahlke on deck. Braylon Sindelar in the hole. 59 total pitches today for Perez. 35 strikes, 24 balls. As Perez digs in, here comes her 1-2. That one popped high, going on over to shortstop and getting there and gloving it up. Victoria Arellano, and there's the first out of this inning as Danica Taylor goes down for a second time on a pop fly with Hannah Dahlke, who singled into left field in her previous plate appearance for the Raiders. Now up to bat. Still has 2 runners aboard. Caskey at second. Ava Steinke at first. As that first pitch is way down low for ball number 1. 1-0 the count. 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd inning. On our wicked fast scoreboard. Sindelar on deck. Claire Kreutzer in the hole for the Raiders. As Perez now will get the sign. Her windup. And it's in there for strike number 1. 1-1 the count to Hannah Dahlke. Perez had a pretty good day today, even though she's given up 4 runs. One was off a bases clearing double or triple that then resulted in 3 runs coming across. A timing violation from Perez, so a ball awarded to Dahlke, but she'll foul the next pitch off to make it a 2-2 count. It's already the second time today that we've had a pitching clock violation from either side this time about. Raiders had one earlier. Now Sarah Perez gets one right there. As here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one is smoked on high up into the sky. Underneath it gets Afia Hunt. She gloves it. Tag up. Throw on over to third. Oh, and couldn't getting it. Elise Moreno. So even though Dahlke will fly out into center field, that does move the runner over to third for Braylon Sindelar, who reached on a fielder's choice in her last plate appearance. So we have runners at the corners with 2 down in this bottom of the 3rd inning. Central leading 4-1. First pitch into Sindelar. In there for strike number 1. Good pitch from Perez. Sindelar bunted her way aboard. On deck being Claire Kreutzer with Haley Johnson in the hole for the Raiders, leading 4-1. Next pitch. Oh, that one's going to go out into center field, and that's going to score a run, as that's an RBI single from Braylon Sindelar. And now runners at first and second for Central. Still 2 outs in this inning, now leading 5-1. Our wicked fast scoreboard. Kreutzer also reached on a fielder's choice down the third base line. That's Perez's first pitch. Outside there, ball 1 to Claire Kreutzer. Haley Johnson on deck, Delaney Rieg in the hole for the Raiders offense. Again, leading 5-1 on our wicked fast scoreboard in the bottom of the 3rd. Perez's next pitch. Swing and a miss by Kreutzer. 1-1 now the count. Again, winner of this match will be moving on to the next game today against the number 1 seeded Southeast Community College and the Bobcats. Well, the loser will go to tomorrow's lower bracket matchup at noon. Oh, that pitch way in the dirt gets away from Heaven Hutchinson, and that'll advance both runners, unfortunately. As now there's runners in scoring position following the passed up ball for the Raiders. Sindelar at second, Steinke at third. 2-1 count now to Claire Kreutzer. As that one swung on and missed. It's now 2-2 the count to Kreutzer. Big pitch for Sarah Perez, trying to find not only her first strikeout, but the end of this inning. She winds up outside. There's ball 3. 3-2 now to Kreutzer as sophomore Sarah Perez locking in, trying to find that last pitch. Into the circle she goes. Gets the sign from Hutchinson that she likes. 3-2. Slowly grounded to Arellano at short. Good little glove. Throw to first in time. And that's how this inning comes to an end. One run, yes, did come across for the Raiders, but we now go to the top of the fourth inning. North Platte Community College trailing Central Community College 5-1 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. We come back, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
Are hungry and you don't want to cook. Time for Dave's.
You know how it goes. It's 6 p.m. already and nothing's planned for dinner. Let Dave's Place take care of it. With dine-in and carry-out, your family's meal is taken care of.
And Dave's Place has the big game on.
A family atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch all the matchups you want. With homemade pizza, wings of almost any flavor, and nightly drink specials, Dave's Place won't let you down for dinner.
Dave's Place, 1510 East 4th Street, North Platte, or online at davesplacemp.com.
Whoop, whoop.
Spring is here. The sun is shining, flowers are blooming, and every time the wind blows, you feel it inside. And that foggy glass? No, that's not morning dew. It's a sign it's time for an upgrade. Good news. Larry's Glass in North Platte, a locally and veteran-owned business, has the expertise to upgrade those old windows with crystal clear views and energy efficiency to keep your home comfortable all year round. Enjoy spring without the indoor breeze. Call Larry's Glass today or stop by 211 West 5th in North Platte, where quality meets clarity.
North Platte Community College Sports on FM 98.1 and AM 1410 KOOQ-AM North Platte. Enjoy a great home-cooked breakfast from Merrick's Ranch House, Tuesday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Dine in, order online at merricksnp.com, use DoorDash, or call 532-8200 for carryout.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the opening round of the Region 9 playoffs as Bianca Tynes just grounded out to lead off this top of the fourth inning to shortstop Jordan Trotta. Half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group at his location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Sophia Foster struck out looking at her last plate appearance. Will swing and miss on a pitch down low for strike one. Callie Clemens on deck with the Fia Hunt in the hole for the Knights. Our half-inning breaks also thank you to our sponsors. Premier Toyota just south of I-80 in North Platte, inviting you, to stop out and take a test drive of all their new or pre-owned vehicles today. As that pitch next from Shayla Sullivan is outside for ball one. 1-1 the count to the first baseman, Sophia Foster, with one out in this top of the fourth inning. Pitch. Another off speed. That's off the mark from Sullivan for ball two. 35 strikes, 16 balls for Shayla Sullivan in today's game. And Sullivan likes the sign from the dugout. She gets her 2-1 pitch. Soft grounder on over to third, gloved up by Johnson. Hard throw to first, and there's the second out of this inning. As Callie Clemens gets up to bat, she reached on an error in her last plate appearance for North Platte Community College. Fia Hunt on deck, Elise Moreno in the hole, as the Knights trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning. Happened last inning, as that one's grounded right back to the pitcher off the first pitch, and Sullivan easily throws it to first. And yep, there is that 1-2-3 inning. And with that, we now go to the bottom of the fourth. Still a 5-1 lead for Central Community College. When we come back, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine, too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
See me, Pete Foltz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
Get ready for the ultimate fun day out. Start at Brigham's Tap Room with a brand new menu you won't want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams on our big screen. scenes. Pair the excitement with amazing drinks, and you've got the ultimate game day experience at Brigham's Tap Room. And when you're ready for more fun, head over to Wild Bill's Fun Center. Dive into our action-packed arcade, knock down pins in our bowling alley, and gear up for an epic laser tag battle. There's something for everyone at Wild Bill's, where the fun never stops.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the opening round of the Region 9 playoffs as Central Community College and the Raiders are currently leading North Platte Community College and the Knights 5-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Half inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Its location 621 South Dewey, Suite B. So it's a 1-1 count now to Haley Johnson, who grounded out in her last plate appearance for the Raiders. Well, now we have it pushed to 2-1 as that fastball is way outside. Again, bottom of the fourth on our Wicked Fast scoreboard, 5-1 the lead for the Raiders. If you download the My Phillips 66 app yet, if not, you're missing out on so much savings with Wicked Fast. 2-1 from Perez. In there for strike number 2. Good pitch from the sophomore, Sarah Perez. She finds it into the zone. Haley Johnson unable to get any good look on it. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, and they're going to go down. There's the first strikeout today for Sarah Perez as down goes Johnson swinging. Here comes Delaney Reeg up to bat. Reeg flew out to Afia Hunt in her last plate appearance. Walked in her last plate appearance, flew out to Hunt in her first. Has nobody on with one out. Whoa, that pitch way upstairs for ball 1 to Reeg. Jordan Trotta on deck with Cammie Caskey in the hole for the Raiders. Again, leading 5-1 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. 1-0. Making that 2-0 as it's almost reaching the dirt as Perez will re-grip her fingers with the dirt. That's 5 runs on 4 total hits for the Raiders. 1 run on 2 hit for the Knights, as that's a good bounce back pitch from Perez. It's in the zone, strike 1. 2-1 now the count. From Sarah Perez to Delaney Reeg. 2-1. Soft grounder back to Perez. Good glove. Throw to first. Easy and with plenty of time. And there's out number 2 of this inning. For now, Jordan Trotta, she tripled in her last plate appearance. Tried to extend it to an inside the park home run, but got tagged out at home. She did clear the bases with that triple that helped give the Raiders their 4-1 lead early on in the second. First pitch from Perez into Trotta is there for strike number 1 with 2 down in this inning. Perez back into the circle she goes. Likes the sign she sees from Heaven Hutchinson. 0-1. Well, one's crushed out to left field. Underneath it gets Callie Clemens, and she gloves it. A quick 1-2-3 inning now for the Knights on the defensive side of things. Can they get something rolling offensively against this Raiders defense when we come back to the opening round of the Region 9 playoffs on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Save money at the Pump and Quick Stop with the Dino Pay app. Dino Pay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings to Sinclair Dino Pay, saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Hi, this is Dr. Chris Kroll. At Kroll Clinic, we specialize in all areas of rehab, from daily aches and pains to sports injuries, motor vehicle accidents, or post-surgical care, where there is premier facility for concussion recovery. Visit us at KrullClinic.com, that's KRULL Clinic.com, or come visit us at Westfield Shopping Center. The game of life without those annoying facility fees.
Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the opening round of the Region 9 playoffs. FM 98.1, AM 1410. Knights currently trailing Central 5-1 on our wicked fast scoreboard as Afia Hunt fouls. That pitch off, it's 1-2 the count now. Half inning breaks is always brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. It's location 621 South Dewey. Sweet beat. Hunt struck out looking in her last plate appearance against Sullivan. We'll see one that's outside for ball 2. Good patience from Afia Hunt. Of course, played at North Platte High School last season. Alongside Heaven Hutchinson, as well as Elise Moreno. As 2-2 the count now. Shayla Sullivan gets the sign and will deliver it. Fouled off. Good foul from Afia Hunt. Keep this at bat alive. Also thank you to our Sports Zone sponsors today. Justin Thompson with American Family Insurance. Whether you're looking for anything around the town, you can go to him for all your farm, crop, auto, home, and commercial insurance. 2-2 pitch. Oh, one goes out into right field. It falls in for a base hit. The Knights get a leadoff hit in this top of the 5th inning off of Afia Hunt, as they try to build momentum towards the end of this game. Trailing Central 5-1 on our wicked fast scoreboard. Elise Moreno on deck. Victoria Arellano in the hole, and then Heaven Hutchinson for the Knights also due up after. As so far for Moreno, 0 for 2 today. Does have a runner in scoring position at first. She pops that one on over to short, and there to glove it is Jordan Trotta. Not a good day for the leadoff batter, Elise Moreno, who has been so fantastic for the Knights offensively this season. Here's Arellano now up to bat. She grounded out in her last plate appearance to Jordan Trotta. Has Afia Hunt at first. Heaven Hutchinson on deck with Sarah Perez in the hole. As Shayla Sullivan now will deliver her 61st pitch. In there, off-speed strike number 1 to the shortstop. As it's now an 0-1 count. So Arellano with, again, Hunt at first, threatening to potentially move the base paths. That one popped, that one drilled out to right field, but getting up underneath it is Kreutzer. She misplays it, and now we're going to see Afia Hunt make her way all the way over to third. A huge error for the side of Claire Kreutzer in right field. She got up underneath it like she expected it to fall to her lap. But a big error now leads to the Knights having a runner at third as well as second for Heaven Hutchinson, who grounded out in her last plate appearance. As Shayla Sullivan now trying to get out of this inning without giving up a run. The Knights trailing 5-1 on our wicked fast scoreboard. There's still one out in this inning for the Knights. First pitch from Sullivan's down low for ball 1. Sarah Perez on deck with Ren Herrick in the hole for the Knights. As Sullivan now winds up the 1-0. Hard grounder. It's going to go up into center field for a base hit. That'll score probably 2 runs, and it does! And the Knights an RBI single for Heaven Hutchinson as 2 runs come home. 5-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard, as now out comes the infield for the Raiders to have a conversation with Shayla Sullivan after she this inning has lost a little bit of that command that she's had throughout this ball game. 5-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard. Hutchinson on over at first for the night. Still one out in this top of the 5th inning. As here Sarah Perez flew out to Delaney Rieg in her last plate appearance. Walked in her first. Has Hutchinson on first as she pops that one up sky high to center field, and Cami Caskey gets under it for the easy out number 2. As Ren Herrick now comes up to bat. She grounded out in her last plate appearance to Jordan Trotta. Struck out swinging in her first. Still has Heaven Hutchinson at first base. Bianca Tyan on deck. Sophia Foster in the hole for North Platte Community College as Herrick fouls that back to the netting for strike number 1. Sullivan, 66 pitches, 47 strikes, 19 balls. Gave up 2 runs this inning, really to no fault of her own after there was a big error in right field from Claire Kreutzer. As Herrick pops that on over to Delaney Rieg at second base, and that's how this inning comes to an end. Not before, again, 2 runs came across on 2 errors, on an error for the Raiders. We now will go to the top of the 6th. Knights trailing by 2 now. 5-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard. We come back. FM 98.1, AM 1410, video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Starting something new can be challenging. At Mid-Plains Community College, we see what it takes to build your dreams and through our educational instruction, make them a reality. Whether you are learning a new skill that can take your professional career to the next level, or you're looking to change your life through our educational offerings, you can build a successful future. Enroll today and begin transforming your future at npcc.edu. That's npcc.edu.
North Platte and beyond, your home just got safer and more comfortable. Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment has what you need, from wheelchairs to lift chairs, mobility scooters, and more. Conveniently located at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right next to Great Plains Urgent Care. Their expert team is ready to help you move with ease. Call 308-568-8510 today and take the first step toward comfort, independence, and a better quality of life.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the opening round of the Region 9 playoffs. FM 98.1, AM 1410, video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream at NorthPlattePost.com. Knights got 2 big runs coming across on a big error from Central Community College last inning. Can they continue to find a little bit of that late game offensive spark? The half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group at his location, 621 South Dewey, Suite P, as well as our other sponsor here for today's game, Dr. Chris Kroll and his crew at Kroll Clinic. Check out his offices, Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte, as well as McCook, to help you with any sports injury you have. The best part about it, there's no facility fees as well. 0-1 the count now to Cami Caskey, as that one is sharply fouled to the Knights dugout. And it's an 0-2 count to Caskey, the center fielder, with Ava Steinke on deck and Danica Taylor in the hole in the bottom of the 5th inning. Again, the Knights trailing 5-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard. As next pitch, way upstairs and away from Perez. 87 pitches today for the sophomore, 53 strikes, 34 balls for Sarah Perez. Done a great job today, even though she's given up 5 runs in this game. Hasn't really let that affect her too much to keep compounding more runs, as that one just barely below the knees for ball 2. It's 2-2 the count now. There's Perez. Deep breath. Now looks to deliver the 2-2 to Caskey. Popped up. That's drifting to shallow center field. Afia Hunt gets underneath it with plenty of time. And there's first out of this inning for the Knights defense, with Ava Steinke now up to bat. Steinke was hit by a pitch in her last plate appearance against Sarah Perez, and then flew out to Ren Herrick in her first at-bat. Ren. 5-3 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. If you downloaded the Mike Phillips 66 app yet, now you're missing out on so much savings with Wicked Fast. Comes first pitch in to Steinke. Sharp grounder, going to get into center field for a base hit. Almost bounced off the leg of Sarah Perez, but on over to first goes Ava Steinke for Danica Taylor. She's 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts to the shortstop, Victoria Arellano. Runner at first for the Raiders being Steinke. Hannah Dalkey on deck with Braylon Sindelar after that in the hole. First pitch will be outside for Danica Taylor for ball number 1. It's 1-0 the count. Perez at 91 pitches, closing in on that 100 mark. The 1-0. Make that 2-0. That's upstairs to Danica Taylor. And winner of this matchup goes to face Southeast Community College in the next game. Loser goes to the loser's bracket for a chance for redemption tomorrow at noon. Is popped up, and Arellano gets underneath it. That's the 3rd straight pop fly from Danica Taylor to Arellano, and just like that, 2 are down. This bottom of the 5th inning for Hannah Dalkey. Flew out in her last at-bat, singled in the left in her first plate appearance. As the Raiders look to keep this inning alive on the offensive side. Perez's pitch to Dalkey. Off speed, off the mark. Ball number 1. Nice cloud coverage here in today's game. Keeping it nice and cool, around 70 degrees at first pitch. Get our time and temperature brought to you in part by Lindemeyer Law Offices. But for the 1-0 in there for strike number 1. It's 1-1 now to the count. From Sarah Perez to Hannah Dalkey. Perez now, deep breath, likes the sign from Hutchinson. 1-1. That one goes into left field for a base hit. Dalkey gets another hit. And just like that, 2 runners are now aboard for Central. With Braylon Sindelar up to bat. She singled into center field in her last plate appearance versus Sarah Perez. Claire Kreutzer is on deck with Haley Johnson in the hole for the Knights. Two runners on. Steinke at second, Dalkey at first. Perez's pitch popped up, slicing foul, and is going to fall into foul territory for strike number 1 of this at-bat for Sindelar. Can she reach on a fielder's choice in her first plate appearance for the Raiders? Then singled in center in her last. Has 2 runners aboard, potentially threatening to score if any distance can be found from Sindelar's hit. Boy, that off speed is just off the mark. For ball number 1, I mean, that ball is almost frozen in midair with how slow it was traveling to the plate. 1-1 now the count. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Perez winds up. That's in the dirt, gets almost away from Heaven Hutchinson, but not far enough to move the runners. It's ball 2. 2-1 the count now. Of course, it'll be interesting to see how far Sarah Perez can go in this ball game. It's, again, war of attrition still in effect for this very limited Knights roster. Again, only 9 players on the team. Is that one? Great glove by Perez on the comebacker. And that's how this inning comes to an end. 2 runners were aboard, but Sarah Perez gets the final out. We're going to the top of the 6th inning. Knights trailing 5-3 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. We come back, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
You're hungry and you don't want to cook. Time for Dave's.
You know how it goes. It's 6 p.m. already and nothing's planned for dinner. Let Dave's Place take care of it. With dine-in and carry-out, your family's meal is taken care of.
And Dave's Place has the big game on.
A family atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch all the matchups you want. With homemade pizza, wings of almost any flavor, and nightly drink specials, Dave's Place won't let you down for dinner.
Dave's Place, 1510 East 4th Street, North Platte, or online at davesplacemp.com.
Whoop, whoop.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give PuroClean a call now at 1-800-7... Member of the team at PuroClean in North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the opening round of the Region 9 playoffs as Bianca Tyans will ground out to open this top of the 6th inning, as the Knights currently trailing Central Community College and the Raiders 5-3 on our scoreboard. Half-inning breaks, as always, brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Its location at 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Sophia Foster up to bat. Of course, she grounded out in her last plate appearance. Sees strike number 1 from Shayla Sullivan. 69 total pitches for Sullivan. 50 strikes, 19 balls for Sullivan in this ball game, as that one's going to be fouled off by Sophia Foster for the second strike of this at-bat for the Knights. So 0-2 to the first baseman, Foster. Callie Clemens on deck with a Fia Hunt in the hole. Again, trailing 5-3. Swing and a miss is now on over to first, and there's out goes Sophia Foster as dropped third strike, but there's 2 down now in this inning. As Callie Clemens up to bat with 2 outs here, grounded out to Shayla Sullivan in her last plate appearance. Sullivan, after giving up those 2 runs just an inning ago, trying to get a quick 1-2-3 as that pitch upstairs for ball number 1. One 1-0. Fia Hunt on deck with Elise Moreno in the hole for the Knights. Next pitch. Smashed out to left field, but getting up under it and gloving it there is Hannah Dalkey, and that is how this inning comes to an end. A quick 1-2-3. Top of the 6th inning for the Knights. We now go to the bottom of the 6th inning here on FM 98.1. AM 1410, 5-3 lead for Central when we come back.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998 and is now bringing those services to the North Platte area. Residential services, respite services, community services, and even day services. Hands of Heartland offers a full array of services from 24-hour supports to just a few hours per week. Learn more today online at handsofheartland.com. That's handsofheartland.com. Hands of Heartland, providing creative opportunities to live and grow.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the opening round, Region 9 playoffs, FM 98.1, AM 1410, bottom of the 6th inning. 5-3 lead for Central Community College and the Raiders. We're down to the closing couple of outs here. Just 6, potentially 6 left to go if the Knights cannot find 2 more runs in their top of the 7th as up to bat Claire Kreutzer for the side of the Raiders, as that first pitch is down low for ball number 1. It's 1-0 the count now to Kreutzer, the right fielder who grounded out in her last plate appearance against Sarah Perez. Haley Johnson on deck with Delaney Rieg in the hole as next pitch down low. Quick 2 balls, no strikes. Half inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Its location 621 South Dewey, Sweet Pete, as well as our other sponsors for today's game. Smoking Double D's at Butch's in Hershey, locally owned and operated, where they smoke their own meats low and slow to bring you award-winning barbecue. 2-1 the count, nobody out to Claire Kreutzer. As Perez delivers. Kreutzer lays down a nice bunt, gloved up by Elise Moreno, over to first in time. Great throw from Elise Moreno on over to beat the runner. Kreutzer, as here comes Haley Johnson. Struck out swinging in her last plate appearance for the Raiders offensively. Also grounded out to Arellano in her first at-bat versus Perez. She sees a pitch in the zone, strike 1. Perez, on fire today. And those runs that came across earlier in this ball game, her only real misstep, as that off speed doesn't get to the plate as she's even laughing because it hit her leg as she was letting it go. Now it's 1-1 the count to Johnson. Delaney Rieg on deck with Jordan Trotta in the hole, so a scary part of the order is due up after Haley Johnson as Perez delivers her 1-1. That one smashed out into left field, but foul for strike number 2. 1-2 the count to the third baseman, Haley Johnson. Down to the last strike for Johnson. 5-3 the lead for the Raiders on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. So here comes the pitch from Perez in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-2 the count. 108 pitches so far for Perez, 64 strikes, 44 balls. And what could be her last appearance? Potentially maybe in Region 9 playoff fashion. Next pitch. Popped up, and it's going to fall out of the reach of Sophia Foster. And with that, Haley Johnson gets on with a single. Now a runner on the base pads at first for Rieg. Grounded out to Perez in her last plate appearance. Walked in her second, then flew out to Afia Hunt in center. And her first has Haley Johnson at first base with 1 out in this bottom of the 6th inning. As Perez fires to Rieg, way upstairs for ball number 1. 1-0 the count. 1-0, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning, a 5-3 lead for the Raiders. Next pitch. Ooh, off speed is at the letters, but in for strike 1. 1-1 the count with 1 out. Jordan Trotta on deck with Cammie Caskey in the hole for the Raiders. Perez with her 1-1. Oh, out of the glove of Sarah Perez on a comebacker. Throw to first. Will be in time. Boy, what a comebacker and great reaction time for Sarah Perez. As came gunning back to her head, and she's able to block it with her glove, then get the out at first in time. That does move Johnson to second for Jordan Trotta. Flew out to Arellano in her last plate appearance. Tripled into right field in her second, and then walked in her first. As Haley Johnson at second base. First pitch, beautiful throw from Perez for strike 1. And the Knights will have one more opportunity next inning to tie the game up, or they'll go to the loser's bracket. Next pitch. Outside on a low off-speed. Ball 1. 1-1 now the count to Jordan Trotta. Cami Caskey on deck. Ava Steinke in the hole for Central. They lead by 2, 5-3. Our wicked fast scoreboard. Prez will shake off a few signs and now will deliver to Trotta. Grounder that'll go into right field for a base hit. They're going to bring Haley Johnson on home. Great throw from Ren Herrick. She is out at home. Great throw from Ren Herrick out in right field. And that is how this inning comes to an end. The Knights still have some life left in them when we come back here. FM 98.1, AM 1410. And then, of course, live streaming on our video live streaming, NordPlattePost.com.
Buying a car is not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. A quarter of a century. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in the North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. See Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com, just south of I-80, North Platte.
Looking for midweek fun? River's Edge Golf Club has you covered. Wednesday, test your knowledge at Trivia Night, kicking off at 7 p.m. Gather your team and show off those brainy skills. Thursday, it's Burger Night. Buy one delicious, juicy burger and get the second half off. Now that's a deal worth swinging for. And with the weather warming up, it's the perfect time to hit the greens. Call now to book your tee time. River's Edge Golf Club, where good times.
Welcome back here to, of course, the opening round of the Region 9 playoffs. Afia Hunt up to bat for North Platte Community College as she'll see a pitch that was in the zone for strike number 1. Then the next one up high for ball 1. 1-1 the count now. She singled in her last plate appearance. Elise Moreno on deck. Victoria Arellano in the hole for the Knights. Again, this is their potential last inning of play. Unless they can score 2 runs, as that's a big swing and a miss by Hunt. Elise Moreno on deck. Can the Knights, who trail by 2, 5-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard, mount the comeback? As Shayla Sullivan now, her 77th pitch. Off speed is way in the dirt. Ball number 2. 2-2 now the count. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 7th inning, and winner goes to face Southeast in the next game. While the loser will go to the loser's bracket and play the loser of the Southeast game at noon tomorrow. Here's the 2-2. Popped up, and it's pulled foul for another 2-2 count. 2-2, nobody out to Afia Hunt. She again singled in her last plate appearance. Can she continue that here? Sullivan gets the sign. 2-2. Swing and a miss as she was way in front of it. And there's the first out of this inning for the Knights. With Elise Moreno, who's 0 for 3 today, the leadoff batter who's been so good this season for the Knights. Again, coming into today's contest, was batting .430. So far 0 for 3. Can she come up clutch with 1 out? First pitch. It's upstairs on a fastball for ball 1. Arellano on deck. Hutchinson in the hole for the Knights. 5-3 lead for Central. As here comes Shayla Sullivan's 1-0 pitch. Off speed, popped up towards the dugout for strike number 1. That pitch was way in the dirt from Sullivan. Now making it 1-1 to the freshman third baseman, Elise Moreno. Sullivan likes the sign from the dugout. 1-1. Sullivan waiting for the pitch, gets it. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball going to get out of the glove of Trotta, but the throw to first is in time. Oh my gosh. As Elise Moreno almost made it to first. Unfortunately, grounds out instead. Great throw from Jordan Trotta. And with that, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning for the last potential out of this opening game of the Region 9 tournament. As Arellano now up to bat and reached on an error in her last plate appearance. Sees a pitch in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count now. With 2 outs in the top of the 7th, a 5-3 lead for the Raiders. Can the shortstop keep this game alive? She's 1 for 3 today, singled in her first at-bat. Smashes that out to the gap in left center field. It's going to go all the way to the fence. That's extra bases for Arellano. And just like that, there's a runner in scoring position for the Knights. Stand-up double. And now with 2 outs, here comes Heaven Hutchinson, who's singled into center in her last plate appearance. Scored some big runs last time for the Knights. Can she do it again here? Sarah Perez on deck. Ren Herrick in the hole. The game-tying run is up to bat right now. Still 2 outs in this top of the 7th inning. As Shayla Sullivan gets the sign, now will deliver her first pitch into Hutchinson. That one cracked out to right field, and it's going to go back to the fence. 1 run will come across. That is a double for Heaven Hutchinson. And now it is only a 1-run game with Sarah Perez up to bat in the top of the 7th inning as time will be called. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Raiders. Potentially, as though, again, Knights now trail by 1, 5-4 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard following the double from Heaven Hutchinson. So here we go. Can the Knights, again, they are only trailing by 1. Runner in scoring position, Hutchinson at second. The ever-dangerous Sarah Perez up to bat, who today is 0 for 2. Ren Herrick on deck, Bianca Tyne in the hole. And it's going to be a stressful time. As here we go. Can the Knights, on their last out, and sophomore Sarah Perez, who's pitched a fantastic game for the Knights, yet after even though giving up 5 runs, with an opportunity to keep this game going. As Sarah Perez, who's 0 for 2 today, walked in her first plate appearance, flew out in her second to Cami Caskey, then flew out again in her last plate appearance, bring the game-tying run home at second base. As Sullivan's first pitch into Perez, upstairs for ball number 1. Ren Herrick on deck with Bianca Tyne in the hole for the Knights. Hutchinson in scoring position at second base. As Sullivan now will get set and deliver the pitch. In there for strike number 1. 1-1 the count now. You can feel the tension here at the complex. Again, with a runner in scoring position, Hutchinson at second base. Sullivan's 1-1. That's too high. Ball 2 to Sarah Perez, the pitcher. 2-1 with 2 down in the top of the 7th. Can the Knights keep this game rolling with a run to come home and tie it 5-5? As Sullivan delivers. Upstairs again, there's ball 3. 3-1 the count now to Sarah Perez. What a time it is once again for the Knights to come alive in the last inning. 3-1. Foul back to the netting for strike number 2. It's 3-2 the count now. 3-2. Big pitch on the way from Sullivan. Can Perez lock in and bring the Knights runner, who is Heaven Hutchinson, home at second? The 3-2 popped up, and it's pulled foul. Still stay at 3-2 as Sarah Perez keeps this at-bat alive. 3-2 the count. Runner at second, Hutchinson. Here comes the payoff. 3-2 pitch. Another one that's popped up on over to first. Steinke gets under it. She can't grab it. And this at-bat stays alive once again as Steinke could not get the ball on over in foul territory by first. So it's 3-2 the count. With one runner at second being Heaven Hutchinson. Sullivan gets the sign from the dugout. Another 3-2 pitch. Sliced again, foul. Fourth straight foul ball off of Sarah Perez. To make it, again, another 3-2 count. Hutchinson in scoring position at second. As Sullivan gets the sign from the dugout she likes. The 3-2. It's ball 4, and that ball gets away from Danica Taylor, and that will then move Hutchinson on over to third base for Ren Herrick, who comes up to bat. Flew out in her last plate appearance. On over to Delaney Rieg, grounded out in her second to Jordan Trotta, then struck out swinging. Runners at the corners, 5-4 lead for Central. As Sullivan's pitch. Upstairs, ball number 1 on a fastball. 1-0. Bianca tying on deck with Sophia Foster in the hole. The 1-0. Popped up, drifting on over to third. And it's going to fall foul, as unfortunately Haley Johnson lost it in the sun. So it's a 1-1 count, a surefire out. But Johnson lost it in the sun. And because of that, it's a 1-1 count. So the game still stays alive here. As Sullivan likes what she sees from the dugout, her 1-1 pitch. Got popped out, going out into right field, but getting up underneath it is Claire Kreutzer, and that is how this game comes to an end. The Knights had an opportunity in this top of the 7th inning, but just couldn't come away with it. They fall in this one, the opening round of the Region 9 tournament, to Central 5-4, and will play tomorrow at noon against the winner, against the loser of the Southeast Central game that is just about to come up. But what a game it was for the Knights. I mean, they were so close to bouncing back after at one point being down 5-1. After some big hits in the top of the 7th inning that drove the runners home. As Hutchinson, a big hit to bring Arlano home, and then just so close to bringing Hutchinson home from third, as if Herrick just got a little shorter on that pop out. That would have scored the run, and the Knights would have tied the game. But they fall in this first one 5-4 to Central, and really every game this season against the Raiders has been so close. But with that, we're going to step aside, and we're going to take a break. When we come back, Quick Stop post-game show right here on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Every step should feel great, but if foot pain, bunions, heel spurs, or injuries are slowing you down, Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists is here to help. Their expert team of doctors provide top-notch care, from routine foot health to advanced treatments and surgery. Whether you're an athlete, always on the go, or just tired of aching feet, they'll get you back on your feet pain-free. Step into comfort. Call Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists today. .com.
Hungry for real slow smoked barbecue? Smoking Double D's in Hershey has you covered. Locally owned and operated, they smoke their meats low and slow for mouth-watering flavor. Open Tuesday through Saturday, they're serving up barbecue favorites all day long. Craving something special? Don't miss chicken fried steak every Friday night and prime rib every Saturday. That's Smoking Double D's, where greatness happens overnight. And every bite is worth the wait.
Get ready for the ultimate fun day out. Start at Brigham's Tap Room with a brand new menu you won't want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams on our big screens. Pair the excitement with amazing drinks, and you've got the ultimate game day experience at Brigham's Tap Room. And when you're ready for more fun, head over to Wild Bill's Fun Center. Dive into our action-packed arcade, knock down pins in our bowling alley, and gear up for an epic laser tag battle. There's something for everyone at Wild Bill's, where the fun never stops.
Spring is here. The sun is shining, flowers are blooming, and every time the wind blows, you feel it inside. And that foggy glass? No, that's not morning dew. It's a sign it's time for an upgrade. Good news. Larry's Glass in North Platte, a locally and veteran-owned business, has the expertise to upgrade those old windows with crystal clear views and energy efficiency to keep your home comfortable all year round. Enjoy spring without the indoor breeze. Call Larry's Glass today or stop by 211 West 5th in North Platte, where quality meets clarity.
Taylor is living the Runza dream.
The Fry Life is the high life.
He's stacking up rewards on the Runza mobile app.
Points on points on points on points.
That's a lot of free food from Runza.
Yep, I'm headed there for lunch today.
Download the Runza mobile app to start getting rewards. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Hi, this is Dr. Chris Kroll. At Kroll Clinic, we specialize in all areas of rehab, from daily aches and pains to sports injuries, to motor vehicle accidents, or post-surgical care, where there is premier facility for concussion recovery. Visit us at KrullClinic.com, that's K-R-U-L-L Clinic.com, or come visit us at Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte. We are committed to getting you back in the game of life without those annoying facility fees.
Agency to help with our marketing.
They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
Ask me, Shelter Agent Brent Rogo, how to protect what you have waited for. Find me at 405 East C Street in North Platte.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the opening round of the Region 9 District Playoffs. Unfortunately for the Knights, they come away with the loss against Central Community College 5-4. 5 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for Central. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Knights, as the Knights left 7 stranded compared to the 6 of Central Community College. and the Raiders. I mean, you're talking about a matchup between these two teams that, even though the Raiders have won every single game versus the Knights this season during the regular season, they were oh so close in every single one of them, and it came down to the wire yet again. But unfortunately, the Knights just were unable to come away with the victory. Sarah Perez goes the distance with her 6 2/3 innings, and just unfortunately came up a bit shy in terms of the overall total runs. And really, some of that is, I mean, you can't even blame her for everything. Even after she gave up that bases-clearing triple, they had an opportunity, the Knights did, of coming back, and Sarah Perez was the main point of why they were able to have a chance at coming back, because of her ability to just hold the line and make sure the Raiders didn't get anything after that one. But in the end, the Knights just couldn't mount the comeback as they fall in this game, and now they move on to the losers bracket tomorrow. Noon is when that game will be. We'll be here, of course, with our Quick Stop pregame at, of course, 11:50 live on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and, of course, video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream, NorthPlattePost.com. See you all tomorrow.
We're always open right around the with your 24-hour convenience store. Fast, friendly, no one gives you more. Gas, food, your favorite drink. Get everything you need in a blink. That's why everybody stops at Quick.
Adam's Tap Room has a brand new menu you do not want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams. The Huskers, the North Platte Bulldogs, and the St. Pat's Irish on their big screens. Pair the excitement with our amazing drinks, and you've got the ultimate game day experience. Don't forget to enjoy axe throwing with your friends. Brigham's Tap Room, where great food, great drinks, and great times come together. Brigham's Tap Room, 1100 South Jefferson Street, North Platte.